Hey everybody, welcome to Questionable Walk. My name is Taylor Swall.
Aloha, my name is Carson Morris. Shout out Taylor.
I'm Sebastian Itachi.
Okay, and they're making fun of me because I'm on
Oh,
Hawaii time right. I'm on
He's
island time right now.
Island time. That's facts. Island time.
Yeah.
But we have some exciting games this weekend. We're talking about, I think, the Pats and the Rams. That's what the boys were excited about before the show.
Yeah, Thursday night game tonight. Rams Patriots. Two teams that, opposite kind of records right now. Obviously the Patriots expect, to do well every year. They're coming off a 45-0 win over the Chargers. But that, the Rams are not the Chargers. Bill Belichick, like CJ said, lives to just, out scheme bad teams like that. So tonight I'm leaning towards the Rams. I think they're at -4.5 right now. They're, they can't be losing these games against teams in their division. Seahawks obviously dropped one last week. So it's theirs for the taking right now. This is a game they should win. They're a better team than the Patriots, but, who knows if Goff's going to go 36 of 47 again.
We'll see. Yeah. We will definitely see. I'm going to have to take the Patriots +4.5 tonight. I think I hate the Patriots, but like I said, Bill Belichick, he outcoached Sean McVay in the Super Bowl a couple years back. Obviously, teams are a little different now. I think that they will lose the game but cover the points just because of the Rams' all-star defense. There's a couple player props like Cam Newton over 0.5 interceptions at -140. I like that. Also, him at +500 for a rushing TD is always good value in my opinion. But I just see this being kind of a close game. The over-under is set at 44.5. Kind of like the over because 44.5 is kind of low, but we'll see. I think it's a hard game to bet on, but this is the type of game the Rams can definitely lose. They play really well in their division, but they always kind of screw these games up. But, yeah, I kind of like +4.5.
Yeah, I kind of like the over, like you were saying, Carson. 44.5, I feel like Rams have kind of, like, I don't know, in their past couple games, they've been getting pretty high scoring games. So yeah. I think with the Pats too, and like how kind of important this game is and what this kind of means for them and how they need to win this pretty badly, I would say that I'd shoot for the over on this one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with that. Patriots coming off 45 piece last week. Rams scored 36, 38, I believe, against the Cardinals. Obviously, two really good defensive teams. Patriots were much better defensively last year, but Rams defense gets it done every year. But like you guys said, 44 is a little low. These teams are doing well offensively right now, at least in the last week. So I'm leaning towards the over as well. Questionably lock that in.
All right.
And then staying in football, but kind of leaning away from the NFL, we have USC's final game this weekend. Super excited. We have a undefeated, I don't even know the word. We're undefeated right now. And this is our last UCLA game as a Trojan for me and Carson. And very unfortunate that we're not going to be able to see it live and ring the victory bell because UCLA has no chance. Absolutely zero chance.
That's fact.
This spread is a little disrespectful. USC is only favored by 3.5 points. What's that about?
UCLA has been low key like killing it, so
absolutely
it kind of
No, see, I think we
hammer it.
The SC team we saw against Washington State was the SC I have been dreaming about since I've been attending.
Let's go, Clay.
They looked fantastic second half. I guess they only scored 3 or so points or whatever, which sucks. But at the end of the day, this team is so talented that I think we at least beat UCLA. Well, I think it's going to be like a 10-point victory. We will see. I am a delusional fan. But at the end of the day, UCLA has been playing good. Got Chip Kelly as their head coach, a dude who definitely takes some time to like. But a guy at the end of the day was a good for 1 or 2 years Eagles coach in the NFL. Yeah. But at the end of the day, we love SC -3.5 in my opinion.
We love it.
That's gonna be my questionable lock of the week.
I'm gonna do that with you, Carson.
And fight on.
Do that with you. Yes, fight on. I think it's kind of sketchy how, UCLA has kind of been like changing out they haven't been really consistent with their starting quarterback recently. Have you guys seen that at all?
Yeah,
you got it.
Okay, well, just obviously there's a discrepancy. This will bolster my bet more. Keaton Slovis has been the starter for SC for basically 2 years now. He looked great last game. Amon-Ra had 4 TDs in the first quarter alone, tied Robert Woods' record. I just think that when you have inconsistent quarterback play and then a super consistent quarterback who looks like right now he could be a third-round pick, maybe give it a year, he'll be a first-round pick. I think that just solidifies the -3.5 for USC.
I'd have to agree with that. Right now it says that Dorian Thompson will be starting, who was their quarterback last year that honestly, like, kind of led their team last year, in my opinion, for UCLA. Like, he runs the ball so much, and like he can literally, like, if his team doesn't get open for him, he like makes it happen. So like I don't know. I think that playing Dorian against USC is probably UCLA's best bet, considering the way he plays. But I don't know. It's very interesting. I'm excited to see like how they're gonna play against each other because they have very different offenses. And
rivalry games always close. UCLA is going to be extremely motivated to end USC's perfect little season. But we haven't.
And it's at UCLA.
Yeah, we haven't picked against USC yet. I don't think on this show. Undefeated right now, so I'm a rock with y'all. USC -3.5.
Let's go.
USC, in my opinion, too good for Dorian at the end of the day. I mean, we got like.
What'd you say, Carson? Wait, you cut out a little bit.
Oh, I said that USC defense at the end of the day is too good. Todd Orlando's scheme is too good, I think, for a guy like Dorian, to be honest. Like, whoa, that's the speed, the defense Drake Jackson's going to have.
That was the victory bell getting moved.
Exactly. Talanoa, who's got a lot of NFL draft prospects already on that defense right now. So I don't think it'd be too much for Dorian. Yeah, he might run the ball a little bit. Maybe catch 50 or 60 yards, but when he throws the ball, Hufanga or OG, Elijah Griffin or Chris Steele are going to be – exactly. Chris Steele's playing nickelback now. We love that.
We love that.
Off the edge, we will see what happens, but we really like -3.5. I would probably take the over because, UCLA can score points, and I think these overs are usually locks. Last year, Keenan Slovis had the yardage record for passing for USC in this game, covered that 14-point spread. Definitely went by 20 or something.
The over right now is like 62, right?
Yeah, but I think it's a lock. Every week it's 58, 60, blah, blah, blah. Pac-12 overs.
Hey, but what if you guys just 45-0 them? Then you got
what's going to happen.
That's
I mean, I honestly –
as much as I wish that happened, I don't think that's going to happen. I think it might be like 45 to like 28 type of game.
Yeah.
I totally agree. I think that's what's most likely going to happen. But I also think that there is a chance of it being like a very like low scoring game as well. If like both of the quarterbacks, play their games, because since they are very different, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I think I would agree with you and take the over on this one too, because of how their last game was, like just simply because of how their last game was.
In my opinion, it's criminal to bet overs in Pac-12 games just because while USC does have a great defense, there are a lot of plays where the corners give up a lot of yardage and stuff like that. Yeah, we see that how attacking you right there. But I think that UCLA is a good team. It's not the same UCLA we've seen in a couple of years. Although we lost 2 years ago, that was a terrible UCLA team. So, like, look, Vegas knows more than us. 3.5. It could get close, but I do think SC will win by like 6 to 13 points if I could make even that bet. But it's going to be closer than a lot of people think. I think it's going to be a high-scoring match. I think I'm going to questionably lock USC half over. That's Clay Helton calling right. Clay Helton is calling. Not fade me. So we will not be. We will not be.
Yeah, I agree. Speaking of college, also, Sebastian would love to talk about the SDSU game tonight.
San Diego State is playing against Arizona State, number 24 versus number 23 in the country. Arizona State got a lot of guys. Remy Martin, Wooden preseason award watch list. Josh Christopher, going to be a first-round pick next year, top 10 or top 15 freshman in the nation. Jalen House, Eddie House's son, he's all right. Alonzo Hurd, who had 50 in a game last year, I think. And then you got San Diego State, hard-nosed, kind of defensive, half-court type of team.
Gritty.
Yeah, you got, Jordan coming off a 17-point game against Pepperdine. Matt Mitchell's going to be ready to go. This is it's a really tight spread. I think it's right. I got it at -2.5 or +2.5 for San Diego State, but I think it might have jumped up to +3. So this game, obviously these two teams right there in the rankings. It's going to be a battle between high tempo and, the half-court game SDSU likes to play. I'm rocking with them,
Of course.
That's going to happen every single game, to be honest with you. But it's an extremely good game. Arizona State, super, super talented, especially offensively. So I'm looking forward to it. 7 p.m. game, 5 p.m. for Taylor on Island time, obviously. But, yeah, CJ, are you thinking about putting some money on this one, SDSU?
I am. I'm going to have to take SDSU after they completely destroyed UCLA. I just don't think that Arizona State is going to have much of a chance. I think Arizona State's more of a team that's going to be competing with a team like UCLA. That being said, of course, Vegas does more than us, so -2.5 is not that much. But like you said, the gritty tenacity type of underdog nature that SDSU always brings, despite being a top-ranked team, makes me think that they're going to win this game by like 5 points, 5 points plus. We will see, though. I haven't watched much on Arizona State, so don't take my words with
Josh is for real. Josh had 28 against Villanova, number 3 team in the country. Like he can get any kind of bucket he wants. But we're gonna see, defensively what's good tonight between them. I'm taking the Aztecs. And yeah, that's
if
it.
You're taking the Aztecs, we're taking the Aztecs.
It is in Arizona though, to be fair. So I guess we'll see.
Fans though, so
do they not have any?
Well, I don't know.
They would.
I don't think so.
They would, but I don't think they do. I don't think any
college doesn't have. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So that being said, if there was fans in there, those Arizona State people would be spreading that COVID like crazy. So we are glad that now. But yeah, I'm gonna take SDSU -2.5 on that one.
That's funny.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think
California schools, right?
Yeah, of course.
CJ
always.
Loves California.
Always. CJ loves California.
CJ's from California, guys.
That's for you guys coming up on Thursday. And
Monday
recap. I think we should stop while we're ahead.
You're skipping Monday.
Yeah, why don't you guys just check out our recap on Monday, and we'll see you then. And have a good weekend, and hope that you guys win some big ones.
We will see.
What did you say, Carson?
Harden's going to the Sixers.
No, he's going to the Heat.
Yeah, he's going to the Heat.
All right. Check out the website.
Like
and subscribe. We'll see you guys on Monday.